Welcome again. I'm here with Esther. Esther is one of our long-term customers, so we've been doing video with Esther for quite some time. So if you guys would like to know more about Esther, just go on her website, First and Grace Support Services, and you can see all the service that she provides on the company. So without further ado, let's go. And of course, couple questions here for Esther, which those questions I've been asking for most of our customers. Can you explain to us step by step on how you serve your participants on a daily basis?
Serving participants on a daily basis takes so many different routes depending on the need of the client or participant. And what that may mean is we have participants that we help with household chores, so doing dishes, doing laundry, vacuuming, mopping, anything like that. We have personal care, so that could be assistance with getting dressed, showering, toileting, anything on those lines. We also do help them with their basic needs. So say if we have a client or a participant that may be going and doing some type of therapy, so we may take them to that therapy and like an OT or a physio, whatever that may be. And then through taking them to that, they then give us strategies that we need to implement in the home. So that may be working on fine motor skills, that may be working on particular exercises to get their legs moving better. So that may mean that we have to take them to the pool and do things. We may do step-ups at home, up and down stairs. We may do little jigsaw puzzles with them, or turn-taking in particular games. So, you know, we do lots of things like that. We can assist with cooking. We can assist, you know, even with people. We had someone ring us the other day and ask us if we could assist them. They want to do some education. So they asked if we had the ability to help them to do their study and their learning. And absolutely, we need to first write down a profile about them and find out what they're trying to learn, how difficult it is. Do we have staff for them, or do we need to get someone particularly in that has that education, because we obviously want to be training them correctly. But absolutely we can. We do transport as well, so anywhere that you may want to go, we can do assistance in the community, taking you for walks, taking you to the shopping centre, helping you, assist you with shopping. Everybody's schedule looks different, and it's catered to the person who is there with what they need, what they require, what their goals are, what does their daily life look like. And that is working with that participant, but also working with all of the other companies that they work with, OTs, behavioural specialists, physiotherapists, and everybody else in between, that we can then best cater to those participants with what they're also telling us needs to be implemented in their daily lives.
Okay. That seems like a very, very interesting. Seems like First and Grace Support Service does a lot of work. The way you explain, you are the provider, so I wish you are good at what you are doing. So our second question is, what is the slogan of your company?
Our slogan is committed to excellent care, and that is what we aim to do on every single shift. We really pride ourselves on giving excellent care, going above and beyond. For me, as the owner of this company, and I am the soul and the heart of it, my workers know that I expect, like, this is the line I expect up here, and if they don't hit up here, I can get pretty harsh on them to make sure that they are aware. But all of my workers, we have such a fantastic work relationship with them, and they come with so much passion that they want to give the excellent care as well. We coincide and we speak about every shift, and we get every note that we can, and the more that we communicate, the more that we can understand what our clients are expecting, and we actually come ahead and go, hey, we've realized X, Y, Z, and we want to make things better. So we're not just going to leave you at a level here, we're going to excel you up, and we're going to tell you ways that we can get you there and how we can make you excel. So excellent care and going above and beyond is exactly our slogan, and we are committed to it daily.
Okay, let me ask you little bit when it comes to your slogan. What is the behind of that? What inspired you to say? What is the behind of the slogan?
Absolutely. We actually came up with the slogan because when we started this company, it started with a passion, and it started from us working on the field for other companies and watching these companies just count clients as numbers. And I realized that as long as they made a paycheck, it wasn't about what that client was doing. If that client sat down and watched TV the whole time, they didn't care, because it was like, I still get my paycheck, they're happy, I'm happy, and everything. And I was like, but you've got goals to meet. The whole point of being on the NDIS is for independence. And I realized we have to go above just making a paycheck. We have to go above just making the client happy. We have to excel them. I mean, I have clients now that just say, before knowing your company, I've got one client, and unfortunately, due to some things, he doesn't want to be seen on camera, but he says, I wish, and we might actually even get a written statement from him, but he says, I wish that I could speak, because he says, every time that you come, I want to cry. He says, before you, I didn't have access to food. Before you, I didn't know how to get medications. Before you, I didn't have a clean house. Before you, I didn't even know what soaking a pan meant. And I didn't understand that it was unhealthy for me to be cooking things on things that have not been cleaned for weeks. And that it's not okay to be eating off things that are moldy. And he says, and you've taught me this. And that is what excellent care is. Excellent care is not just showing up and saying, my client's alive and he's said I'm happy.
Okay.
My excellent care for us goes above that, and it goes, I'm not okay with the way that you're living, and it's not okay to eat things that are moldy, and it's not okay to live in Finland, and it's not okay that you don't have access every day to normal food, and we're going to step in and say, no, we're implementing a plan. Now, we don't overstep. We're not there to push you into a scenario that you're not happy with. But what we do is we come with a plan. And then with this gentleman, because of what was going on, it took us a while to build him, and we built and built and built over a year, and now we're at a point where we've got him back to a standard, and now we're educating. And that's what excellent care is, and that's where the passion came from. It's not making a paycheck, it's making sure my clients are not even just meeting their goals, but going above those goals.
Ooh, I actually love what she said. There's some insightful in those words that she just said, but I will let you guys decide what is the meaning of that on your own term if you are looking for care. So let me go for my next question. Our next question is, how do you serve someone who has aggressive behavior?
Absolutely. Aggressive behavior, it is a complicated thing to handle, and we do understand that, but that is why we come in and we make sure that we are assisted and guided through behavioural specialists. We also make sure that we work with the parents to know, or whoever else takes care of them. If they're an older person, normally they'll have some sort of advocate or something, and we work with those people to get behavioural plans for them. We also make sure that our staff are trained in that. So a lot of our staff, they've had that training to understand and know how to protect themselves, protect the client. We also make sure that everyone around us is safe. We have lots of different safety measures in place. So it's really just, everybody that has got a maybe a difficult behaviour, it depends on what that behaviour looks like, but we have the things implemented in place, and we also make sure we're always working with advocates, always working with behavioural specialists, working with the OTs, so that we are all on one page, understanding what they need. And as we progress, we're also making sure that we take note of things, so then we can give that back to them, so we can grow better in how they can be looked after and get the best care in the safest way, but also be able to meet goals, because we don't just want people with behaviours to be trapped inside and be like, well, you may hit someone out there, so we're going to lock you inside. No, we want to find ways to make it safe for them to go for a walk or go for a swim in the community. But also our workers be safe, but make sure everyone around them is safe as well. So it's a very complex thing, and there's not one solid answer, but it's something that we train our staff in, and as we get more and more training, we just continue to just implement that in everything that we do.
Let me add another question on top of that. You explained it very, very well. It seems like you have a good strategy in place. Do you have someone that you support who has aggressive behavior?
Yes, absolutely. We do actually have a client currently that's quite aggressive. We actually provide him respite at the moment 3 days a week in the respite home that we actually currently own. And so through that, we, there is a lot that we have to go through to have him, and that means that we have barcodes so that we can always track his behaviors, because through that, his behavioral specialist can see where is his behavior stemming from, how are we acting with those behaviors, and how does he react. The more information that we actually take when he's with us is actually helping us to get a better plan. But as we have found with this particular boy, one of the best things for him is that he needs consistent workers and he needs routine. When he has those types of things, we still do get behaviors, but they're not as heightened. And with our staff, because they know how to handle him, they can now sense normally when a behavior is going to come. They already know how to divert him, and they know how to handle that. So definitely we do have somebody with behaviors currently in our business.
I will let you guys decide again, because this is something very serious. If you can find a provider out there who can give you a quality care with your aggressive